Yep, I can hear you. I can see you.
And it's now recording.
Awesome. And you can hear me?
Yeah, that's a lot better. We're both wearing the exact same color blue shirt, so
we are indeed.
Do that again. I'm not sure. Mine's a Greendale shirt, but
mine's Michael Jordan.
So anyway, yeah. So I'm not sure why I went to your phone and then now it's going to your computer, but we can. This way, it is a live broadcast on YouTube. I don't have any YouTube followers, so whatever. But it automatically will record it as a video, and then any videos that you post yourself, you can just get the MP4 audio off of from YouTube. Like it's just like a simple button click. And then once I get the audio file, I will send that to you. But to get it onto iTunes, like as like on their podcast page, and then like onto Stitcher and like all the you listen to podcasts from. Hold on, what's better, the mic there or where it was before?
It's fine.
Okay. Either way, it's like the first 6 months is free. They give you like a free trial or whatever for the podcast hosting services. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sign up for one of those whenever we record it tonight.
Okay.
And once we get it recorded, I'm trying to figure out where to look. So if I look direct,
we'll just look at look there
at the camera.
That's the camera is. Then yeah.
Yeah. See, what's odd is that I have it connected to my TV behind you.
Okay. What is it looking I'm looking at? Am I looking at you? Am I looking at something weird?
You're looking at me, but when I look that way, I'm looking at the TV, so I need to look at the computer.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I just turned this off then shit. So anyway, once I get it that way, and it'll pop up on the iTunes like new episodes page or whatever. And we can try to come up with ways to like promote it or whatever.
Definitely.
I'm assuming like for me, the best way would be to like just get the Arrow and Flash accounts to retweet it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, or Instagram, like to get a repost on Instagram from the CW Arrow. That seems to would be the best way to, or maybe, maybe Kevin Smith would retweet. Like
no, you're right. The best way is to try and get it to attach to one of their, even just get it so their followers see it. So even if it's just you tweeting to them or me tweeting to them and having their @ name in it, it'll pop up on their follower screen, and so they don't even have to retweet it. Now, if they do retweet it, it's better. But
yeah.
To start with, just to make sure that it's attached in some way, should get it noticed and followed some.
Yeah, I mean, I have they are pretty friendly with that. Like, I was kind of doing some looking around, and there was a Shield one that they got Coulson to like record the interview, like the intro to like he was like, "Welcome to the unofficial Agents of Shield podcast."
That's awesome.
And I'm sure they just like saw him in the hallway at Comic-Con or something. But regardless, all of the people involved with these shows are like super social media friendly.
Yeah,
I mean, that's half the reason why they're still on the air is because they're so popular on social media. So
now, one thing we should think about is once we get this started, is building like a little web page to go with it, and trying to include like a message board so we can try and invite people to come and throw topics online or discuss, or we maybe could attach a little blog to it. We could post little short articles about our thoughts that we don't get to in the show.
Well, shit, I remember back when we did the one at the library, I was like, at the end of every episode, we should have like a pitch thing for just to have our versions of these ideas out there in case someone is listening.
Yeah.
So the webpage could be a place to put like, oh, hey, we did they could post costumes on there. Shit.
Yeah, definitely. Self-publish some shit. Get something.
Yeah, and there's a new webcomic. Like DC is really investing in the webcomic, like the idea of webcomics separate from the publishing.
Right.
And they're letting them do crazy stuff to the point where I was reading it and being like, wow, costumes isn't that far out of the realm of like, what they're doing here. This is like a hard PG-13, if not a R. So
right.
and then of course, well, it's 6 months from now when Deadpool makes $500 million on its opening night. They're going to embrace that side of the stories, I think, a bit more, because that's going to have a hard R.
Yeah. No, Deadpool should change the way that they think they can do this shit, because it's going to be R and it's going to make a fuck ton of money. It's going to be like what they did for comedies in that early thousands with like Hangover or the Wedding Crashers and shit, where they realize, oh wait, we can include cursing and tits and adult stuff and still make a fuck ton of money.
Dude, we were at that premiere of Wedding Crashers at in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a week before it came out or something. And that I remember the buzz out of that was being like, wow, that was a different movie.
Yeah.
As far as I know, the only R-rated, I mean, this is kind of what we can talk about on the show. The only R-rated comic book movies have been The Watchmen, which kind of doesn't really count because he just filmed the book, and that Punisher movie that everybody hates.
Blade.
Yeah, okay, the Blade ones. I was gonna say that Punisher movie that everybody hates, but that me and you love.
Yeah, that was cool, and that was a fucking R.
Yes, that was like the hard R.
Yeah.
But that's actually relevant because Lexi Alexander has been in like Hollywood jail for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And she's apparently finally out because they're letting her direct an Arrow episode this year.
Yeah.
So that's probably the episode I'm looking forward to most, to be honest, as far as the Arrow season comes along.
Arrow, the preview for Arrow looks sick as shit. Arrow looks like it's gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait to see them bring in fucking Constantine, fucking Damien Dark.
Yes, we can talk about that on the show, but I'm not really familiar with him as a comic book character.
He wasn't huge at all ever. I guess he was with Hive, but he definitely I recall 1 or 2 things with him, but I don't know if I can add anything specific to it. I mean, I know his name, but I really can't recall any of the specific stuff he does. Like the preview, he just stops Arrow like fucking Neo.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Does he have powers? I don't know.
I have no fucking idea. He must have some kind of dark mysticism, but I really don't know enough about it.
So I guess I should probably save this as well. Obviously, this works. So, if you read some of those New 52 stuff?
Yes, I've read. I haven't read anything recent, but I've read about the first 20 issues or so of like most of the Batman things, JLA, some Superman.
So now Thomas Wayne, am I reading this correctly? Like it's now in continuity that Thomas Wayne got him and Martha like killed on purpose, and it was like I was Deadspin or not Deadspin. IO9 had an article talking about the Bat Dad character in the New 52 and how he was like investigating his company and doing all that stuff, and then knew something bad would happen to him, and so now what? They're not killed by
Joe Chill.
It's not just a random killing; it's like an orchestrated thing.
I mean, that's what Gotham's doing and shit.
That changes. I mean, that changes everything about Batman. He's supposed to be fighting. It's like random crime that's like pervasive, not like
right.
One business's corruption.
I mean, the New 52 also I read today. I was reading an article about what Robin they like the best. And apparently they retconned it so that Tim Drake has never been Robin.
Jesus.
He's just Red Robin. I don't know how or what they've done in that retcon, but that's what I read today is that he was never Robin in the New 52. And he was my Robin. He was our Robin growing up. He was always Robin. He was Robin for 25 fucking years.
I mean, I try not to insult the whatever's going on because I haven't read too much of it. But boy, if that's the case that sounds like some J. Michael Straczynski Spider-Man shit. Like Thomas Wayne.
Straczynski.
Wayne.
Everywhere he went, he was just like, I'm gonna write awesome stuff and then blow it up. Fuck you.
Yeah, well, they just undid a month ago or something. They just undid the Mary Jane thing.
Yeah, the one more day or
brand new day.
Yeah.
Which literally, I stopped reading Spider-Man after that.
Me too.
It's like what the
fuck? Clone Saga. It was the Clone Saga all over again. I just stopped reading the shit.
But so 2 quick questions before. I mean, we could wrap up whatever. Can we win the division?
Look, man, the Giants just became the first team ever to blow back-to-back 10-point fourth-quarter leads. On the one hand, that means they're good – or in the first 2 games, sorry. On the one hand, that means they're good enough to have 10-point fourth-quarter leads in the first 2 games. On the other hand, they fucked them both times. So I'd say the Giants are kind of a question mark. I don't know if they're going to learn to hold the leads or if they're just going to fall further apart. But they're the only thing. They're the only thing that should stand in our way because the Eagles are terrible.
Well,
Bradford somehow isn't good at this game. I thought healthy he'd be fine.
I went into this year thinking like, oh, it'd be cool to have a top pick and see who we wanted. But like after Saturday, before we won, like in between Saturday's college football games and then the start of Sunday kickoff, like this Cal quarterback is fucking awesome. And so we either better win the division or like let's suck bad enough to get this Joff kid. I mean, the last Cal quarterback turned out pretty good. So I unless we can actually win the damn division, I really hope we lose on Thursday night. So
being we're playing the Giants, I think that this game will actually tell us more than you'd think from a week 3 game. Because if we can beat them and we start off the season with a 2-game lead on them and one of them is a head-to-head victory, our defense looks stout. Our running game is fucking awesome. And Cousins, he either leads good drives and plays smart and makes some nice little throws here and there, or he's stupid. And if he's stupid, just throws 4 picks in a game again, or even 2 in a game again, you start to think, well, this just isn't going to work. But if he can, have a good 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, we could do some shit. I mean, look, interceptions suck. But if you're doing other good things, and you're throwing touchdowns and leading good drives and just taking chances, and sometimes they don't work. I mean, shit, nobody threw more picks than Brett Favre, and I'd obviously taken him for a long time.
Yeah, fuck, I'd probably still take him.
Yeah.
Well, because my issue with Cousins is that he can't throw the ball 20 yards downfield. So,
right.
And I just but really, I don't like going 7-9 is the worst option.
I agree.
Like this, I mean, either try again with the quarterback thing, or make the playoffs. Like this whole 7-9 is gonna. I mean, I'm just gonna stop watching at that point. I mean, like I need something. And
it's impossible to rebuild when you're. It's a problem that we've been in most of the last 20 years, that we're never good enough to really compete for the title. We're never bad enough to reload. And the one time that we did kind of reload, we traded away all of our first round picks for half a decade.
Yeah, I mean,
a quarter of a decade.
Yeah, and see, I still think that would the whole Kirk Cousins. Oh my God, he better play fucking awesome on Thursday to get me on board with this.
Yeah, dude, have you seen highlights yet?
Yeah, I watched a bit of
Matt Jones.
I mean, I watched a bit of the NFL.com thing. So the running game looks sick, and I kind of wonder like if RG. Let's just admit the preseason means nothing, right? Because Sam Bradford sucks, and he was awesome in the preseason,
right?
So like, man, I really want to know what he would have done behind this line.
Me too.
The line has been just abjectly horrible for his entire career. I mean, so but yeah, so Kirk Cousins is really gonna have to fucking ball out to get me to not want to cuss him out every Sunday.
No, I totally agree. RG3 never had a chance, with a good line. He was healthy once and was able to do without a good line, but
yeah, that line was horrible.
Yeah, they were bad, but he was able to do it. And now that he's, now that they have a good line, he still doesn't get a chance. That sucks for him.
Somebody was talking about how the Redskins haven't had a good line in like 10 years. And you know what? I can point to the exact moment that we haven't had a good line since, because Chris Samuels got hurt on a touchdown play. I think you remember the game I'm talking about, and everybody was celebrating. Right? And I was like, there goes the fucking season.
Yeah.
And basically, yeah, one line has sucked since that moment.
Wasn't that the Ravens game where he put some midget backup center over to back him up, and then Jason Campbell got killed so many times the Ravens linebackers were like,
that's right.
Somebody want to cover for him?
Yeah, Terrell Suggs was like, is this really happening?
Yeah. So that's not the ideal. Yeah, no, I agree. The line has been total crap since then.
Which is great. It's good again, but I mean, like, damn, it would have been nice to have a good line when we had a potential franchise quarterback.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, to be honest, Jason Campbell had way more talent than Kirk Cousins does.
100%. Like, Cousins is to have a good line with Cousins, like, kind of guarantees you're not going to be horrible, but you're not going to be good either. Like, either have a really shitty quarterback or a shitty line. This whole like having a mix of both is just it. I mean, it's, you know.
No, it's I agree. It's like banging your head against the wall for a really long time.
Well, this I think works. I'll listen to a little bit of the audio to see, like, and you know, watch my eyes to see if I'm keep looking away or not. But
the only thing I would say is right now your head is getting cut off about right here.
So is that better?
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So I just pushed the computer back a little bit.
Yeah. Just make sure your head's framed a little better. And I guess on your picture, there's a light right here.
That way?
Yeah. It's flashing a wide beam of light.
Does that turn it off?
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the only thing. Yeah. If your head's framed here, that background, everything looks good and easy.
Well, yeah. This will be cool then. We can talk about Gotham, but real quickly, did Benjamin McKenzie really go to the barbers and be like, "Hey, make me look exactly like Chris Evans"?
Give him the Chris Evans haircut. Yeah,
dude. I mean, I was joking before how he was my choice for Captain America, but I think he thinks he should have been the choice too.
I mean, I have very mixed feelings about Gotham. I think they did a lot of good things. This new episode, we'll talk about later, but I'm hoping it continues getting better.
I'll definitely watch it at this point. And then real quick, where do we stand on like Heroes Reborn and Lucifer?
Well, Lucifer is officially Vertigo, right? So I feel like we got to include it.
I never read. I mean, like Walking Dead is a comic too, you know, but like fuck that.
True.
So I guess you watch it because you're a normal person.
I do, but I would agree it's not really that much. I don't know. Let's see how Lucifer goes. Let's see how it looks. I would have said we got to watch Constantine, even though I never really read Hellblazer. So I read some Hellblazer, not much. And Lucifer, I think I might have bought one or two of the first issues when it came out back like in '96 or '97, but I never went further than that. So I don't know shit about Lucifer.
And what about Heroes Reborn?
I'm in if you are. I'm gonna watch it. Let's see. I guess we can see how good it is, see how we feel. But it's not officially comic books. But you know, I think Heroes Heroes and Adam Brody from the OC are two of the big cultural moments of getting superheroes more and more national acceptance. So I'm fine with giving Heroes its due there.
That dude's my boy.
I know, he's awesome.
So hey, you want to hang out sometime? That was his line from Thank You for Smoking.
Yeah, thank you. He was great, and thank you for smoking.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that I'm down for him. And shit, I mean that's like 4 a week. So
and that's just now because fuck, one Supergirl and I mean if Titans really is. I keep not hearing anything definitive about Titans date, but when Titans actually starts, you know I love Dick.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a whole that'll be. That's 100%. And I assume Jessica Jones too.
Yeah, for sure.
We can do that weekly. There is a trailer for it. I haven't watched it yet. I guess I'll watch it in like 5 minutes.
There's a full trailer, or just that one tag with all kinds of weird imagery and shit.
Oh, it said it was only like 20 seconds. So
okay, I think I watched it. It's a little teaser, and there's some cool imagery and stuff going on, but there's not much like the Supergirl trailer with just tons of stuff. It's not like that.
That was dope. That was so dope.
It was.
I wish that they could play with Ollie and Barry.
Yeah. I mean, they say that they theoretically the Titans and Supergirl could be in the same universe because they have some of the same producers or not showrunners.
Oh no,
producers, right?
That guy,
Guggenheim.
Greg Berlanti. No, Guggenheim is
Okay.
Wait, shit.
Guggenheim's Arrow.
Yeah, right? That guy. Berlanti is Game of Thrones. Guggenheim is he's the guy. He's the showrunner for Supergirl, or the producer for Supergirl. He's everything.
So in theory, you'd think they could, if they wanted to, at least have references and clues back and forth, even if they couldn't make appearances. I don't know.
Well, anyway, we can talk about the trailer. So I will let you know if this like really works. And what time do you want to try to get back on the horn tonight?
Let's plan. Crystal has to work at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so she'll be hitting the bed early. So I'll just either my roommate and the people filling the living room will be gone, and I'll do it here, or I'll just take off and go to the library or mom's house and find somewhere private because I don't want to do the car. I want to use the laptop, and it's tough to do with a bunch of people in the living room. So let me call you around like 8:30 or 9, and we'll either do it then, or I'll say, hey, give me one more hour to get to library or mom's house.
That's fine. I have like a 7-page paper to write. I haven't started yet, so I'm just gonna get started on that.
All right, we'll kick its ass, and sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Now that light's off, the screen's perfect. I'm going to, if not for this first one, at least a little later, try and find a position so that I have a, comic book poster behind me, or bring over something to give some background. It's not just this fucking lamp and a white wall. But
I guess I just have my bed up so I can use the floor. I don't really have a space for any of that stuff. So,
well, it's all good. I don't have anything going now, but I think it'd be a good idea just to add some color and some obvious clues to the background. Your background at least looks clean. I should probably move that out of the view. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I will give you a call around 8:30 or so, and we'll either do it at 9 or we'll do it like at 9:30, 9:45. Yeah, that's fine. When I was looking at the just real quick, I was looking at the schedule. The Caps play the Sharks like in November or something like that. I don't know about your work thing, but if I could get tickets, you should come up and meet me at the game. I would definitely be down for that. I've never been to fucking the San Jose area at all. So like I'm not sure you could. My boys fly back and forth from Vegas to Stockton like all the time. Like they can get to. There's only one flight, Vegas to Stockton, Stockton to Vegas, and they get the tickets for like $70 round trip. That's not bad at all. So yeah, I was just thinking like because it'd be cool. You can come out and see the farm too. So definitely no. And the great thing about my job is that I can do it anywhere pretty much. I have to be available for phone conferencing, and I got to stop by the office once or twice every week or two just to have little meetings or see someone, but it's all kind of on my schedule. And other than that, I could do it in San Diego if I wanted to, or somewhere else. And the bartending, now that I have this PR job, I can take off a Saturday night whenever I want to and give it to one of my friends who's a bartender. So I'm definitely down to go see a game this year. Did the trial period end? So like, did you officially sign on or whatever? No, still. It's been two full months at the end of this week, and then I'll have 30 more days because it was 90-day trial period. Shit, so I started the last week of July, so I've already. This is my full two months, so 1 month left. I was anyway. Give me a call later on. Definitely. Do you have any? I want to talk. Obviously, we're going to talk Gotham. I want to talk a little bit about Smallville because I bought the last season of Smallville at Zia for like $12, and it's just fucking awesome. Like there's Hawkman, the JSA, Stargirl, Zatanna, fucking Aquaman. Obviously, Aquaman now is fucking married to Mara. They go to Phantom Zone. There's Zod. There's Darkseid. There's Granny Goodness. I mean, like Godfrey. No way. Assad. Yeah, all that shit. They did do Darkseid then. Yeah, he was the very last season. I'm at episode like 15 or something. So like it's rolling along.
What would the math be on like that? Did that air before? Oh God, well, when did Marvel show Thanos first? Was that like the end of Dark World?
No, they first showed him the end of Avengers with that like
right
in his chair, and like growling basically or something.
And that wasn't even Josh Brolin at that point.
Yeah, that was still just CGI. The only thing is at this point that I'm watching, Darkseid has not possessed a human. They're kind of doing it like Final Crisis, where the new gods are possessing human bodies and shit.
That was like right around that time too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And so I haven't seen Darkseid as anything except for a CGI character yet. And the CGI is not amazing for still watching movies and TVs now. Like the CGI, like, okay, well, that wasn't amazing. But that's the only thing that isn't amazing is the CGI, because my God, the Crisis thing, Desaad's running the club, and it's all about the people in his club sitting, and then it's him stealing their souls, basically. Granny Goodness has got Furies who she's tortured and stolen their memories and shit, and turned them evil. It's bad as shit, dude.
That's some stuff that I was like that season 8 of Flash should be going toward.
Yeah.
Well, damn. Okay, yeah, that's definitely worth talking about. I gave up on Smallville like right around the time when I don't even know, man.
No, I watched loyally the first like 5 or 6 seasons.
Well, it was like 11, right?
It went to 10.
Yeah.
10, yeah. And so the last 4 or 5 years I just gave up because I got tired of the best thing about it being, oh hey, this basement is like my fortress of solitude, and like the stupid fan service for nothing jokes.
Yeah, so. The Justin or Lance Bass as Green Arrow.
Dude, Lance Bass as Green Arrow is bad as shit in this season.
No, he turned me off because that like I felt like it's one of those things where it was like I have to like this because this is Green Arrow on television, but I hate this. But because he uses a fucking crossbow.
Dude, they never get the bow right, but they do have him turn into complete badass. He's fucking right now. He's dealing with being a little bit susceptible to Darkseid because unlike Superman, Green Arrow is a somewhat flawed human being, and so like he's having to like fight against his own conscience and shit. A couple of episodes ago, you might have hated it because it was embarrassing, but it ends up he's trying to sneak Lois out of somewhere safely, and they're basically at like a burlesque show, and he and Lois getting into a burlesque dancing costumes to sneak out via the stage, which is of course a joke. But then he just beats the ass out of a whole room full of gangsters while he's wearing a burlesque outfit. And so the one time it's stupid embarrassing, and the other time he's fucking bad as shit. Like he's just flipping honestly, the fight choreography that he does, it looks more legitimate than anything anyone does in Arrow except for fucking Stephen Amell. Like it looks better than anyone else's choreography. He's just beating ass. It's pretty cool.
That's probably that season, I guess, is the seeds for Arrow because there was not that big of a break between them.
No, it must have been like a couple of years. And you're right. As much as we were like, Justin Hartley, really? You Lance Bass fucker?
That's his name. I was going to say Justin Bieber, but no, Justin Bieber didn't exist then. Yeah. Justin Hartley was his name. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, but no, you're right. He got Green Arrow into consciousness. It's because of him and now this show that Green Arrow is one of the more famous superheroes around now.
It boggles the fucking mind.
It does indeed.
Yeah, no, Aiden was texting me about he was like reading the Hard Traveling Heroes he was like reading about it online on the Wikipedia page or something. He's like, this sounds awesome, and I was like, yeah, that's all I had to say. Yeah, man, I don't know what you want me to say. Like,
fucking awesome. No, Hard Traveling Heroes is the shit. I try and get everybody. I've been grabbing some old stuff from the house sometimes and trying to get either Barkley or Crystal to read some of them, but neither one of them will. But Crystal read Killing Joke. That was cool.
Yeah, that one. Jerome is playing that version of the Joker.
You know what? I feel like my issue. Okay, we'll talk about it later. I think my issue with the show, a lot of it is that the show has a lot of Burton influence, where it's kind of like the Tim Burton, a little bit super stylized, but then it still tries to play it straight a lot of the time. And so it kind of clashes with itself. But I liked a lot of what they did last night. But we'll talk more about that later.
It's the island of misfit toys at this point. Like, if you tell me there's a show with Ryan from the OC, Dude Man from Terriers, Inara from Firefly, like at a certain point, it's like, okay, I'm gonna watch this. Like,
yeah. And then it's called Gotham, and it has a kid named Bruce Wayne in it,
who is turning into Bran because that dude is gonna be like 6'4" by the time they're in season 3.
Dude, but he's gonna date. Well, he's 12 or 13, but he's going to quote unquote date Silver St. Cloud this year, and Silver St. Cloud was a long-standing character back in the 80s, right up to like the Tim Drake years.
Yeah, I think I had her toy.
I would believe that.
But that's my reference point for like the early 90s stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Well, this works fine. The picture's good. Everything's clean. There's no jerkiness. So as long as you're recording good, the sound should be okay because you sound good.
Yeah, I got a.
Nice. Well, that looks nice.
Yeah, it's from Radio Shack. It's like $20. So
awesome. That's cool. And this is sounding decent. So
yeah,
sounds good.
Apparently they make USB. When I saw yours, I was like, holy shit! He went and bought a real microphone, but the USB mics now actually look like they've made the outside look better than they used to.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this should work. We have to decide, like, are we cussing or are we like,
I think that we should try not to go quite as adult oriented as Kevin Smith does with like jizz bomb jokes and shit. And like, fill your mouth up with the sweet cock of.
He's 13.
Was that?
Well, he's 13.
Yes, you're right. He never got past that. I love Kevin Smith, but I think we should be a little bit more restrained about it than that. But I think a few curse bombs here and there and a few adult references. I think having an intelligent conversation with a little bit of adult matter is fine. I just don't think we should go quite as far as Kevin Smith does. We're not famous enough to get away with it, I don't think.
Right. Well, I'm definitely down with that. I actually think that that's a market for that. There certainly isn't like an adult oriented take on these shows.
Yeah.
But mainly I was questioning is like,
I had the same question. If now that we're doing video, this is going to be a little obvious, but
also like there's a whole market for like stoners talking about stuff.
There is, and I have a professional job in the marijuana field, so I don't know that it matters too much. But I don't think I want to be on camera doing that right now. So I might do this, and have a figure of Batman standing here if I decide to hit a bull, and then I'll turn it back to me when I'm done hitting the bull.
No, I was just curious.
Although if you feel comfortable enough doing it and you want to, I agree with you. There is a market for it, and it might appeal to a large sect of stoner comic book fans.
Maybe once or something in the episode or something like that. Anyway, so like 9:30, 10, something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be done racquetball about 8. I'm gonna come back, talk to Crystal before she goes to bed, and then either I'll do it here or I'll bounce out and do it at the university or mom's house. I'll find out before I go what time they close today. Because closing at 7 was fucking retarded last week. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, no, fuck UNLV. That's they do what they want to do. So,
indeed.
Though I'm gonna go to the game next week here in UNLV shit.
Oh yeah.
UNLV shirt on, yeah.
Go represent Vegas.
Just to be a dick, yeah.
Fair enough.
All
right. Well, I'll talk to you in 4 or 5 hours, and shit. I think we'll find out in 2 days if the Redskins are as have the possibilities it looks like, because that defense is nasty. The running game is undeniable. If Cousins can just play okay with this NFC East with no quarterbacks, there's no quarterback in the whole division besides Eli. And Eli has had 2 great months his entire career and the rest of the time has been a fucking coin flip. So
it's very. I wasn't as irritated as I am now because I just watched that. I watched that California Texas game, and god damn it, Goff is really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he reminds me of Rodgers, and that if Kirk Cousins costs us another decade without a fucking quarterback, like we've won the division once or twice, you know, that's I'm kind of over that. Like,
yeah,
that happening every 3 or 4 years, like it seems to happen, is enough to satisfy some people. It's kind of getting old.
Yeah, it would be nice to
5, 7,
make an NFC championship game.
Yeah, or just like be guaranteed to be good the next year. That's all. I'm like, what was last time we had 2 winning seasons in a row, let alone like 3 or 4. I mean, it's probably been 25 years.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time we had 2 winning seasons in a row.
So I mean, yeah, that's my thing. Is like, sure, we can win the division this year, but like, you know, what the fuck? Like, let's. The Patriots have been in the playoffs every year for like 15 years. You know, like,
hey, are you still here?
Yeah.
I can hear you talking, but you're no longer on my screen, and I'm no longer on my screen. All right, you're back. It just left for a minute. That was weird. Okay. Nope, I'm still here.
Okay.
That was just weird.
Well, anyway, I'll talk to you in a few hours, man.
All right, sounds good.
All right, peace.